Okay, hey guys, this is Sarah's Night again with Let's Play Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. And today we're just going to try to make it to the entrance of the 7th dungeon. It's actually quite a journey, so I don't think I'm going to be able to... I'm going to be up for, trying to do the entire dungeon as well in the same video, but we'll at least get there today. So yeah, next we actually have to revive this flying rooster who is somehow strong enough to lift entire human beings over large distances. And we just need to use that song we learned from that giant frog Elvis impersonator thing in the last video. So I think what we have to do is actually have the power bracelet equipped. We actually have to like go underground to its grave. Yeah, there we are. And that pushes it out of the way, and then there's some bones up here. And that's where we just played the third song we learned. Which sounds a lot better when Link practices it on his ocarina than actually listening to the original performance. And yeah, it's a little bit creepy. You actually see like some ball of light fly back into the bones and literally... he's risen from the grave. He's alive again. Like an avian Jesus Christ. Okay, so he just follows us, and I don't think there's any chance of actually losing him. So we're just gonna make our way back up the mountains, where I believe the dungeon is in the northwest corner somewhere, so... let's try to make our way back there. We'll use this warp point. Hopefully he follows us all the way. I like to think he will, just for the sake of convenience. Yeah, there we go. Oh, whoops, my bad. Forgot to re-equip the sword. Thank you. Well, luckily you can't hit him by accident and piss him off like you can other roosters in the village, too. Oh, cool. But yeah, right quick, since we never actually went on it before, let's check out the Rapids Ride minigame, just for kicks. I don't know if the rooster actually follows me all the way out on that, but he should be, wherever I end back up, he should be waiting. Okay, so naturally the current's carrying me in the opposite direction, but I was just curious to see if anything happened there. Okay, so let's darn our feather and see what we can grab on the way. Yeah, here's where it begins. Unfortunately, I missed that. I guess in a way, it's kind of a prototype version of the, whoops, should have gone the upper route. Oh, there's hearts here too. Oh god, I'm missing all the good stuff, crap. And somehow managed to find a flow of current that carried me back that way. Then I ended up missing all of that down there. I like this retarded music they got going on for this. I'm pretty sure a version of this game, in some sense or another, actually exists in other Zelda games. I just can't think of any ones that came later on. It wasn't really important to include, but it still was a nifty little idea. And I kind of lost out on that. Okay, so let's... well, in a way it was a little bit inconvenient since that took me, farther down south, and now I have to get back up to the mountains. I don't think there's a warp point nearby. Well, actually, yeah, there is. Animal Village. So let's head down that way right quick. And if this guy would just get out of the way, I can hookshot across. Actually, let's pick up what's his name. Oh, no, okay. Or maybe you actually have to have nothing equipped and press A up at him? No? I guess he'll only work when the game tells you he needs to. Okay. That's fine. I just wish that in case I actually did need to, it was a requirement, I can't remember offhand, to learn that song for Amara, and I hope I haven't permanently missed the opportunity and end up screwing myself over for the whole game. Pretty sure there's a fourth warp point somewhere, maybe in the northwest corner of the island. Yeah, sorry, I got my directions mixed up. The 7 dungeons actually appear in the northeast corner, in those previously unexplored squares. Okay, so I think maybe what we do is actually start to take the pathway that we originally did for getting entrance to the 4th dungeon. Aha! I guess the owl will help us out. He's part of the mountain, and then, of course, the 8th dungeon is in the west. How does the windfish grow restless in his sleep? Okay, nothing up there. Alright, we'll just move this out of the way. I like how this rooster's just determined to follow me anywhere. I guess that's in such sincere gratitude for basically bringing him back to life. You know, I said that performance by the frog and that frog guy and his cohorts was pretty bad, but I guess for 300 rupees, the ability to just sing someone back to life is a pretty small price to pay. It's just horrible listening to it. Okay. So there might be deeper parts of the water we can now get across. Yeah, back down that way was the entrance to the 4th dungeon, but now we can actually go up here further east. Really nothing too bad so far in this version of Death Mountain. After all, just Tektites so far. Okay, we can hookshot across that way, but we do need to go east, so... Rooster is actually flying. It's just like I said, eh? No. I don't remember talking to you before, sir. I mean, I guess, if you just happened to come across him previously, just exploring, right after you got the Zora's Flippers, and it wasn't actually time to revive the rooster and fly over this way yet, then he would have actually told me a secret about the rooster. But now the game's just acting like I have spoken to him about it already, but that's, you know, that's fine. Okay. Now this is a dead end, but of course that's just inviting me to dig down in here. And there's nothing. I wonder if you can just hop off. No. Oh. Yeah, just use the power bracelet to pick him up, duh. Okay, he can't actually carry me all the way over, but maybe he can carry me off of this bridge. No? Sure can't. It's like invisible barriers. Yeah, I could use that fairy. Oh, what? Get out of my way, thank you. Well, I guess if this rooster is strong enough to lift up a human, who probably weighs like a good 150 pounds like Link, then he's probably pretty heavy to lift up also. Kind of should have known to take the power bracelet to do that. Alright, let's, no, I've already been down this way, hadn't I? This is actually where I came from in the first place. But let's just try going further east from here. Okay, yeah, this might be right. You know, it just occurred to me, I haven't actually... Okay, is this hole here for a reason? Please don't tell me I just ended up... I bet I screwed myself over, didn't I? Yep, came all the way down. Now I have to get back up. Crap. What if I actually go back up this way? Oh, that won't lead us back up though, because originally I was trying to get him from the other side and that would not happen. But actually that took me pretty much where I need to go anyway, so cool. I should have known better than to mess with that thing. But yeah, I was thinking I actually haven't seen any heart pieces lately. Not that I've been actively trying to find them, only where if I happen to come across a place where I remember them being. But yeah. We'll just speed through here. And actually, how do you get to... Aha, of course. Hook shot across from here. Okay, let's try not to mess it up this time. And definitely do not go south at all down those waterfalls. Okay, so up in this cave, kind of reminds me of the series of passages on Death Mountain in The Adventure of Link. Yeah, that was... Especially for so early in the game, I believe you're not even really a third of the way through the game at that point. It's actually a pretty challenging area that a lot of people probably threw down their controllers at when they were children and playing the game for the first time. In fact, I believe even the Angry Video Game Nerd spoke of it briefly in one episode. But I think so far this is a lot easier. The enemies here aren't going to completely rape you in just a few hits. Nor are there that many of them. Honestly, it's kind of why I liked The Adventure of Link so much, where I think most people liked it. They just thought it was way too different from the other Zelda games of the time. Definitely a black sheep. But it's, it actually had, like battle mechanics, just with a lot of enemies, like especially the Iron Knuckle, trying to parry, dodge, and strike in a vulnerable place with your sword at the same time. Death Mountain passages were full of such enemies, and just a lot of other challenges like that. But then again, I can only say it, without frustration, because I just had the drive to become a veteran in that game. Alright, well, that was not nearly as lengthy as I thought. Although I know if I go down here, it might be something interesting, but I'll end up having to go all the way back around, so screw that. And by the way, I do need to find the key for it, so yeah. Hopefully, it was in one of these caves around here somewhere. Okay, now, how does this work? I know I've come through this passage before, but from a different location. And I cannot go down through this entrance. So I have to come out this way instead. Well, okay, here's a abominable wall. So let's see where this leads. Ah. Okay, well, thanks, honey. But the question is, where's the key? I know it is somewhere in the passages on this mountain. I think maybe that's where the challenge actually came from. Was finding the key is a different thing altogether from just making it to the dungeon in the first place. Let's see if this is a abominable wall. No. Okay, so let's try this passage over here. I could swear I've been through here before also. Well, there is a direction I have not taken. It leads back to the west, which I figured was reserved for just when I'm finally ready to go to the 8th dungeon, but maybe I'm actually meant to go over there for the key also. There was a place to hook shot on the bridge over here. Either that, or there was some obvious narrow gap that I failed to even think to take the rooster across flying, and whoever's watching this right now is probably yelling at me, dude, you totally missed it. I may have gone a little bit too far west at this point. But to tell you the truth, I'm kind of curious as to what I can find this way, as long as I'm here. Okay, what's this guy for? Just hidden in these rocks for something. Every time I see an enclosed space like this, I'm just tempted to dig. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've actually gone way too far, but let's keep going. Oh, yeah. Don't think we're getting across that. I don't know, in this kind of sort of primitive fantasy world, who actually had the technological know-how to actually build something like a automatic flamethrower. And it just senses intruders and yeah, I friggin' jumped off the mountain, didn't I? You know, still haven't found any... Whoops. Still haven't found anybody to give that broom to. Okay, and this is the very western edge of the island. Crap. I've pretty much explored every square of space on the mountain. So yeah, you know what, there was probably some obvious large gap I had to take the rooster across, and I didn't even think about utilizing him when I knew in the first place that I did have to take him up the mountain with me before I got to the second dungeon. Just from what I remembered. So let's retrace our steps. Tedious as that's probably going to be. And I like how that plant was somehow able to stop me in my tracks from piercing it with Pegasus boots and everything. Yep. Actually could not go through that thing somehow. Just keep following me, buddy. Okay, yeah, that's the windfish, never mind. A little bit further this way. You know what, was there actually an area that I could... No, he's just not gonna let you go across. There's some way to get to that heart container, and I'm really... For some reason, it's just taunting me. Okay, there was nothing down this way except for that treasure chest. Yep. Now, actually, was there anything? Nope. Sure enough, wasn't. Now let's go back over in this cave, see if there's anything we missed the first time or something that we could get to. Okay, I have been through here. Okay, we just gotta be sure not to drop down. I think. Oh, no, we can. Now, Angler's Cave was down here, and I just know those waterfalls are going to take me back down to the bottom, where I totally do not want to go. And I never actually went in this cave. Okay, there could be something here. I don't know why I passed over it every time, but I'm kind of an idiot for it. I'm willing to bet I am well on my way to finding the dungeon key. Yep, there it is, right there. Okay, so I think what I have to do here is actually... Okay, yeah, I can pick this guy up and just go over the gaps that don't have rocks blocking them. I don't know if he'd never actually get so tired that he drops you and maybe you can end up falling into a bottomless pit, but wow. Yeah, there was no getting over that if I did not have him. Thanks, buddy. You know, actually, does he even still need to follow me around for anything? Just curious. God, I cannot believe that one cave was sitting there the entire time. I must have walked back and forth across it several times. The entrance, okay. So now we can finally be on our way to the 7th dungeon. You know what, since I already made it there in the first place, no need to cover that on this video, so yeah, I'll see you guys next time. We'll actually tackle the Eagle's Tower. Thanks for watching.